Hey everyone, it's Brandy and welcome back to my channel, Brandy Janae's Bookshelf. As you can probably tell from the board behind me, it's time for another month of Deck of TBR. Going into July, there are a couple exciting things. So first major thing, we have gotten through half a year of me doing Deck of TBR. If this is your first time tuning in or you have only come in the last couple months, I did not create Deck of TBR at all. This was created by another booktuber, which I will leave the information or her channel link down below. Also, I did get some inspiration from April from Aurelius Maximus, and I kind of used both of their videos and kind of interpreted the game to fit my needs. So yeah, like I said, I have been doing this for 6 months and I feel like so far it has been a great way for me to pick up things that I'm interested in reading, obviously, because I have them on my shelves, but some things that I might not have reached towards over other things because I tend to think about the books that I got in last more so than anything else. So this has just been very helpful and a very fun way to switch up my TBRs, and I have been enjoying it so far this year. Also, second major thing, July is actually my birthday month. My birthday is on the 24th of July. I was trying to do certain things. I don't know if I'm going to really be able to do some of the things that I wanted to, mainly because I waited until the last minute to plan anything because I just wasn't thinking about it until the last minute because I typically don't do much for my birthday. So I'm thinking that this year that most likely I'm just going to buy myself some books, and I'm trying to take at least, like, I'm trying to get 2 days off, but I don't think I'll have enough PTO to get both of those days off. So I think I'm going to at least try to get my birthday off. Anyway, that's beside the point, not really useful for this video. I just thought I'd let you guys know because I'm excited. It's probably just going to be a celebration by myself, but that's okay because I am going to celebrate myself this year. I deserve it. Anyway, moving into actual TBR. So a couple things have changed. Okay, well, things haven't really changed. It's just like additional things that I have added, hopefully to enhance the game. I was watching a couple different TBR game videos and I decided to add some new prompts, which I know is kind of crazy because, like I said, I still have a lot, but the new prompts that I added are more so challenge prompts that could be seen as negative things. I just thought it would be a lot more fun. I split them up in between the two envelopes. I haven't put any on the board just because I was just like, I don't want to take anything off. So I've added, I think, like 7 new prompts to the 2 envelopes. So I may end up getting one of those this round of Deck of TBR. We'll see. I will obviously let you guys know if I get one of those. And then also something else that I did different is this section that's usually right behind me. I think I explained it in the very first video about the bomb book. Usually, or at least for the 2 videos that are the 2 people that I've seen doing this, they've used the bomb book as an intimidating read. Starting with this round, I will be having at least 1 joker in the deck throughout the game. Those are the couple things I've changed. So let's recap and then we'll get into the new month. So June was actually not that bad in terms of reading. So I only ended up with 9 prompts. The first prompt I had was to read a book from a finished series, and I had 2 different options for those, which was The Wicked and the Divine Volume 1 by Kieran Gillian, and then also Model Volume 1 by Lee So Young, and I did actually read both of these. The second prompt was to read a physical arc, and for that one I had Beast of Prey by Ayana Gray. This is the only book that I have not touched at all, so this is definitely counting towards 1 extra prompt from this month, or 1 extra card pull for the month. The third prompt was to read a book I purchased because of the community, and for that one I picked picked out The 100,000 Kingdoms by N.K. Jemisin. This was more of an author and not this book specifically, but I did end up reading this one, so that's another one completed. Prompt number 4 was a TBR jar pick, and that came from my newly acquired jar, and I ended up picking out Prince Freya Volume 4, if you can even see that, by Kiko Ishihara. At this point in filming, I have not gotten through at least halfway through. Last night I did end up reading the first chapter, although it's not finished by the time I'm filming this video. I plan to finish this before I go to bed tonight. If I don't get around to it tonight, it will definitely be finished before the end of the month because I usually fly through these. Prompt number 5 was actually another TBR jar pick. However, this one came from my manga jar, and the one that I ended up pulling out was The Golden Sheep Volume 1 by Kaori Ozaki, which I did also finish this one, so that's another one done. Number 6 was a contemporary, and I had chosen this one for a possibility for the first prompt, I believe, but I decided to switch it over. So I had picked out Girl Got Game Volume 1 by Shizuru Sino, which I did also finish. Prompt 7 was another TBR jar picks. I didn't realize that I had got so many TBR jars for this month. But the prompt for that one was subscription box, and the one that got chosen out of the jar was The Ones We Were Meant to Find by Joan He, and I have not completed the requirements for this one yet. As of right now, I am currently on page, where am I? 116. So I think I'm very close to the halfway point. I'm like 70 pages away from the halfway point, so I might get to at least the halfway point before the end of the month, but honestly I'm not sure. I am going to do an extra pull for this one in this video just in case, because I have a feeling that I won't finish this or get halfway through it before the end of the month. So I'm just going to do an extra pull just in case, and if I don't need it then that's fine, I'll just take one of them off. Prompt number 8 was to read a book between 350 and 400 pages, and for that one I chose Like Lovers Do by Tracy Livesay, which I did also read. And then the final prompt that I had was another TBR jar pick, and this one was to read an arc, and the one that ended up getting chosen was Sweet Talking Lover, also by Tracy Livesay, which I did also complete. So with all of that being said, we're now going to move into the new prompts for this month. So starting off, I have 7 pulls for, you know, I do 6 every month plus the extra for the one book that I didn't start, and then at the end, depending on how it goes, I'm going to be pulling an extra one for that one book that I talked about just a second ago. Before I forget, we're going to actually also pick out a bomb book. So, okay, so we're starting right off. So the one that's going in for my bomb book is Jane Eyre. So if I pick out the Joker in the deck at any point, that's going to be added to my TBR for the month. Okay, so Jane Eyre is on the board. I don't know if you can see the little white square behind me for the bomb book. Here is the Joker added to the deck. I'm just going to stick it right in the middle. That was probably a terrible idea because I'm probably going to end up starting off with the Joker, and that's not the goal. So I've shuffled. We're going to start off with pull number 1, which is that a face card, Ace of Diamonds. Starting off with the dice roller, it's on 1 because when I opened it up, I don't even know if you guys can see that. When I opened up the app, it automatically spun. So we're going to try to roll again. Hopefully you can see. And what is that? Is it 2? 2 is my newly acquired. Okay, so I got The Taking of Jake Livingston, which I actually read in June. Okay, let's see what this one is. Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 0. I read that already. One just jumped out, so maybe that's the one I need to read, unless I've already read it. Okay, so I have Girl Got Game. I don't have a series number on here or like a specific volume on here because I was just gonna, I guess, choose these until I finish the series. So since I read volume 1 last month, I'm gonna go ahead and put the next volume on my TBR. So the first book that's on my TBR for the month is Girl Got Game Volume 2 by Shizuru Sino. Okay, so next pull is It's that 9 of spades, finally something that's actually on the board. And the prompt for that one is bone on the cover. It is not focusing. There we go. Bone on the cover. Okay, so I have 2 different options here because I was trying to take the easy route out. But what I feel like when I made this prompt, I had a specific book in mind, which is the second option. But I don't know. I don't know if it's something that I feel like reading, and I don't know. I don't know. So I'm gonna let you guys decide what I should read. The easy option would be Model Volume 2 by Lisa Young, and I'm not sure how well you can see, but it's in several parts, like front and side cover, but it will not focus on this. I'm so sorry. But on his necklace here, it's like a little cow head skeleton. Now it's probably not actually bone, but it looks like bone, so I would technically count that. So we have that here. It's on the spine, if you can see that right there in the middle, and then it's also on the back cover as well. So I would technically count that, but I feel like that's kind of cheaty. So that's option number 1. Option number 2 would be All the Stars and Teeth by Adeline Grace. I got this in an Outcrate box, and I think this is the reason why I made the prompt in the first place. So I feel like I need to just go ahead and read it. So let me know down in the comments which of these 2 I should read. Okay, moving on. Pull number 3 is, that was super close, that's 10 of Spades. Okay, this one I think is going to be a good one. So 10 of Spades is to read a book under 200 pages. I'm going to take the easy route out for this one and go with a manga, and the one that I'm going to read for that is Toilet Bound Hanako-kan by Volume 1 by Adalvaro. I'm probably butchering that as always, but I just actually picked this one up from the library today, and I decided to check this one out because it's actually the first volume in the original series of one of the mangas that I just got in the May Manga Spice Cafe box. And I wanted to read at least a little bit of the original story before reading that little spinoff, because it's like little short stories about characters in the world. So I just wanted a little bit of introduction. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on my TBR officially. Okay, moving on to pull number 4. Is that another ace? Of course, because we got another face card. That is another dice roll, and if I get another ace after that, that will be adding an additional pull for the month. So for dice roll number 2, that is, what is that? Is that another 2? Wow. Okay, so we're going straight for newly acquired this month. So back to this month for another newly acquired read. Oh, okay. That's different. So this doesn't really want me to read any regular books, or either that, or I just have been purchasing a lot of mangas, which is also probably the case. So let me go get this book, and then I will show you guys what that is. So the one that ended up getting chosen out of the newly acquired jar is Coyote Volume 3 by Ron Maru Zaria. Okay, let's see. Next pull is 6 of Clubs. That's different. 6 of Clubs is to read a book from Kindle Unlimited. I have a couple of different options on here. Option number 1 is Training My Heart to Love You by Monica Walters. The other option is Rock the Curves by Twyla Turner. Shuffle, and let's see. No. I had a feeling this was going to happen. So the first month of me putting the Joker in, and I get the Joker. Wow. Okay. I'm going to stay positive about this. I was just saying I need to read more books. So we're adding more books to the TBR. If you remember at the beginning of the video, or maybe not the beginning, but when I started this section, I said the bomb book was going to be Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. This thing is thick. Now I know obviously different editions are different sizes, but this edition is a whopping 652 pages, which is kind of nuts. But I think I'm just going to make this a whole experience because I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to be able to sit and physically read this. I don't know that for sure, but most likely I'm just going to get the audiobook, follow along. We're now on to prompt number 7. So unless this card is an ace, this is like my last official pull. Okay, that was a jack. I was like, this is an ace. But no, it's a Jack of Hearts. Okay, so we have 1, which is subscription box. Honestly, I don't think I have that many options in subscription box. Okay, so I kept pulling out books that are currently in storage, and I don't feel like trying to get a copy from the library at the moment. So I decided to just pick out one of my subscription box books instead of continuing to try to look through them, because I think I opened up over 10 prompts and I kept getting ones that I don't have with me at the moment. I honestly need to fix that, but as of right now, we're just going to leave it. And the one I decided to go with was one that was actually on a past TBR that I did not get to, and that's The Gilded Ones by Namina Forna. I know that my TBR jar picks are typically supposed to be from the jar or whatever container I have it in, but I messed up that one because I put in every subscription box book that I could remember that I have, instead of just the ones that I have now. And every time I get that one, I always forget and it messes up everything. So I'm just going to go with that one for now. And then finally, I know that that was technically my last pull of the month, but I'm going to do an optional pull because I have a sneaky suspicion that I will not be finishing or getting at least halfway through the ones we're meant to find before the end of the month. And we're going to pull one more card, and then that'll be the end of this round. Are you kidding me? Well, I guess it won't be the end because I'm going to count this as another double. I've already had a 10 of spades, I'm pretty sure, this round. The prompt for 10 of spades is hyped. You know what? This might be a very bad option because of how long the book is, but I think there's an audiobook out for it, and I have several audiobook credits or Audible credits, and I have like 2 more coming at the beginning of next month anyway, or I guess technically this month anyway. So I think I'm just going to go with it. And that book is A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire by Jennifer L. Armentrout. And because 10 of spades was a double, we have another pull when I thought I was done. Let's pull, hopefully, the final card. What is that? King of Clubs, which means another TBR jar. Okay, so as far as which jar we're going to pick from, hopefully it's something other than newly acquired, because we have had that a lot today. That 3 is a manga series. So the red 10 from Outcrate for the Darker Shade of Magic series is the one that I keep my mangas in. So let's see which one I pick out. I'm just not sure if I updated this enough to all of the ones that I got from Right Stuff. So I have 2 different options. This is another one where you guys can give me an opinion on. The first option, which is the one that I actually chose from the TBR jar, is Girl Got Game Volume 3 by Shizuru Sino. The other option, or I could read all 3, you guys can let me know in the comments, is the other 2 volumes for The Golden Sheep by Kaori Ozaki. So volumes 2 and 3. These are the final 2 volumes in the series. I know I've lost my mind. I always lose my mind when it comes to these TBRs. Plus, of course, that is not the only thing that I am trying to read for the month. As of right now, this is like my most likely official TBR for July. It's kind of a lot, but I feel like most of these I will have audiobooks for, and then the other half is mangas that aren't going to take me long to get through at all. Let me know down in the comments what you guys are planning to read this month. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you would like to see more from me, make sure you subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye.